Welcome, ladies and lords, to another Tandem Yeti video, and we are back for another Doctor Who reaction, and I am really excited because we haven't had Doctor Who for the whole of 2019, which was really depressing, but finally, it's 2020 and we've got Doctor Who. They said it would come out early 2020, was not expecting it to come out this early, and it's like literally within a day into 2020. I hope you've had a good start of 2020, and this just puts the cherry on the cake for the start of 2020. To have a Doctor Who episode on the first day of 2020 is absolutely incredible, and I'm really interested to see this series, because the previous series, as you may know, is not one of the most loved series of New Who. I think it's the one that people have hated the most. Personally, I really liked it. I do think Doctor Who has had stronger series and stronger moments, but I still think it was good. But I think Chris Chibnall could improve it for Series 12, which I think from the trailers and promos, I think that's what he's done. But it'd be interesting to see an episode and see how amazing it is. And they've made some big claims on this series. They've said it's like the scariest series. They said it's one of the biggest series ever. They also did that for Series 11. So yeah, and Series 11, it was really cinematic, but I think that cinematic approach made it feel very different than Doctor Who that we know and love. So I think that's why most people were a bit uneasy with it to start off with. But I think we're all used to it now, so I think we'll be able to get into it. And I'm babbling away, aren't I? As you can see on this screen, it's 9 minutes and 30 seconds until I watch the episode. It hasn't aired yet. I haven't seen it yet. You probably have if you're watching this video. This is going up afterwards. I'm going to review it after I've seen it, and you'll see that in a second. So then I better go off and get the TV on and start watching Doctor Who. So I'll see you when I have watched it. So I've seen the episode, and wow, what an episode! What a step up, a massive step up from Series 11. Oh my goodness, I mean, that was incredible. Just a quick note, aside from the review, this video should have gone up way earlier, and I put it up, and I put it up right after the episode, right on the dot, and then it got copyright claimed because there was 3 seconds in it which didn't abide to the BBC's copyright law. 3 seconds! So it's like 2 days later, I'm remaking the video nowhere near to the standards the original one was in. I promise you it was amazing, but I'm really sorry. We just stuck with this at the moment. This shot of this cool picture on my screen. I'm sorry, that's all I can give you at the moment, because you deserve way so much more. I just wanted to get this out there. I didn't want to spend too long trying to make the video look better. It's more about what I'm saying, more about the review than about the images on the screen. Hopefully for the next one I'll manage to get some good images that aren't copyrighted, and hopefully I'll manage to get the video up straight after the episode. So I'm really sorry about that. On with the review of the episode. Like, I find it hard reviewing this episode without just talking about the final bit of the episode. Let me just say from here, there are spoilers in the rest of this video, so please do not watch the rest if you haven't seen the episode. If you haven't seen the episode, what are you doing? Watch the episode. Why are you watching a review? Watch the episode anyway. So, the review of the episode, before I say what I thought of the episode, I just want to get this off my back. I'm sorry. The Master is back! The Master's back! I was not expecting that whatsoever. I mean, I don't, wow, after the episode, I was speechless. I was like, I didn't even realize, I didn't suspect a thing until he was like, what is it? What is it? I should have. I told you that to look out for the Spy Master. I should have said the Spy Master, and then I only realized when he said Master, and I was like, what? It's the Master. I was so excited. I was like, and I love the actor. He was in An Adventure in Space and Time. He was in Sherlock. He was in Dracula the other night. He's been so many cool stuff, and he's such a great actor. And like his face, like he seems like a really nice person, and that's why I was not expecting him to be the Master of all things. He seemed really nice, but he's the Master. And for the whole thing, I thought, because I'd seen his face before, I'd forgotten where, and the way the Doctor was saying she had met him before, I thought, oh, he's a recurring character, and I was trying to figure out which episode he was from. It turns out he wasn't in any other episode. Well, he was. He was in a bunch of episodes of Doctor Who, the Master, but yeah, and also another thing that stuck out for me in this episode was Stephen Fry's character. He was very interesting because when he first saw the Doctor, he was surprised that she was a woman, was suspecting a man, and then was completely rude to her, saying Doctor, like in quotation marks, like how the Doctor shouldn't be a female. And that's really interesting because I think Stephen Fry's character represented the Doctor, represented the haters of the female Doctor, and then Chris Chibnall just bodied him. Chris Chibnall just shot the haters in the face. That's what you do to haters. You shoot them in the back of the head. That's what you do to them, and that's what Chris Chibnall did to the haters. So I found that extremely interesting. Another interesting thing that got pointed out to me was that whenever the Master appears, the Doctor always references her TARDIS as a car. You might be looking at more like Dave Tennant said something like, I've got about Captain Jack Harkness's time vortex thing, I think it was, and he said, oh, he's got a space hopper and I've got a space car, and then the next time he arrived, he did the key on the TARDIS and it made a noise like a car, and then Jodie Whittaker in the most recent episode had the TARDIS in the car garage. Like a car. So I don't know what all that's about, but I think if Chris Chibnall had the car in the car garage intentionally and was referencing, and to the other times the TARDIS was referenced as a car, and was, I mean, that's just incredible, and he really proved the haters of Chris Chibnall absolutely wrong, which was great. Overall, I really enjoyed this episode. It had loads of really cool elements. I really enjoyed the really cool spy scenes and the whole car thing, and the GPS going die. That felt like, it did feel like Doctor Who again. It felt like season 11 didn't feel like Doctor Who. I mean, it's good. Change is good, and it's good that there's different things. But there's always been a vibe that you get off watching Doctor Who, and I didn't feel that in series 11, but I had it in series 12, which is good, and it was different as well from the previous series. I really enjoyed the mystery in this episode, because I love kind of mystery sci-fi where like loads of crazy stuff happens and you've no idea what's going on, like 2001: A Space Odyssey and stuff. I love things like that, so I absolutely loved these really mysterious creatures from a different universe, really bright creatures, and the creatures are really cool, and the whole we actually had character development of Yaz and Ryan and stuff. People were saying Yaz didn't get much character development in Series 11, but I think Ryan had less character development in Series 11. I think Ryan is the least developed character. I don't know, I might be wrong about that, but I feel like I don't really know much about Ryan, but I do about Graham and Yaz. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know. Tell me in the comments what you think about that. In this episode, I rate the episode a strong 8.5 out of 10. It was a really good episode. It was amazing, and I'm leaving room for the series to get even better later on. And God knows what's going to happen with the Master involved. I have no idea what is going to happen, but we shall see on Sunday. So hopefully my review will work, and I'll have a decent looking video before your eyes. So yeah. So I'll see you on Sunday, everyone. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, because if you didn't, then you've just wasted about 7 minutes of your life. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Ooh, oh, and one more thing. When Stephen Fry was shot, like before he was shot, Jodie Whittaker said, "Who works with the creatures?" And then he was shot, and then Stephen Fry said, "Oh," and then he fell. So he's saying he was telling her like that it was the master, and she didn't even realize. I didn't even realize. No one realized. Anyway, thanks for watching. Goodbye.